Hey Braden, what boat are you?
11.
Okay, I'm boat 7.
7? Good luck.
Yeah. You too. Go get him, buddy. Okay.
All right, Brad, you're right behind you.
It's such an awesome thing to get to go fishing in a Bassmaster Open. I mean, I really do love it, and I've been doing it now. This is my 14th season, and I mean, look how cool this is. You get out there, everyone's hyped up. You got all the family, you got all the media people. I mean, 199 awesome professional anglers, awesome boaters out there. And it's just cool, man. It is a great time, and I was fired up to get day number 2 underway and to go see what God had in store for me.
Boat number 10, Evan Ferguson. I got you, Evan, right there behind Chancey. 11, Brady. Where is Brady? Right behind that nitro.
Storm 245. Good luck. Thank you.
Yeah, final boat playing away. Boat number 12, Nick Trim. Right there behind the stage.
I absolutely love my new Skeeter FXR21, and I love the way it rides. It's such a smooth riding boat. It runs, you know, almost 72 miles per hour with just me in it, and the cool thing about it is it's not very weight sensitive. Like when I get live wells full and another boat, it still runs really fast. Like in the, you know, still well over 70, so it's not weight sensitive where I lose a bunch of speed based on the weight that's in there. And this was cool. I was boat number 7. I got to run right in there. It's cloudy. I got to run right in there to where I did most of my damage on day number 1. And I'll be honest, I was expecting things to be on fire from the get-go. The piece didn't last long as Tucker Smith, Paul Marks, and Dakota Ebear all came in there pretty quick, and Kenta Kimura. So, you know, I was in a good area with a lot of great anglers, and I was just ready to keep my head down, keep on hunting, and keep on catching.
Fish number 1. Keeper number 1 is not very big.
You know how I said I figured this day number 2, was going to be on fire? Well, this happened right here. Watch. And about 3, 2, 1. Bam, he hit it, and I missed him. And that happened over and over again on day number 2. I really thought with the cloud cover and all that stuff that the fish would be eating like crazy. And what happened is they were nipping my bait a ton. I mean, they would come up to it. I would tease them. It was such a painful process down there in 40 or 50 feet sometimes. I'd finally tease them up to it, and they would eat the bait, and I'd set the hook, and I would either stick them for a minute or I would stretch my Elastec. And I could tell some of them were good quality fish. It's not like they were all little bitty ones. So it was frustrating, but I had to just keep my head down. Again, just stay focused and keep on trusting that I was going to get the bites I needed.
Dang, I can't believe that's not a bass. Big old crappie. There we go, finally. Finally caught a largemouth. Number 5. At a 2.5 pounder. 273.
It's really crazy that most of the bass I was catching were in 25 to 50 feet of water, and they were out
10
over
pounds.
60 to 100 feet of water. It's just crazy to think they were out there swimming like that. Here again is another miss. That one I stuck for a second, and that one actually felt like a big one. That one really frustrated me, but you just got to stay calm and keep on going. But it was tough, man. When you would work one that long, and then they would nip it and pull on it, and you'd just barely hook their nose, and they'd come off. I mean, it's just a frustrating thing, and I'm not really used to losing a lot of fish on the Nedmiki. I've got thousands of them on it, literally, and I don't lose that many of them. So to lose some fish on each day of the tournament was frustrating, but it's just part of the deal when they're biting funny in that clear water.
Might call. Should be a little upgrade. I think that's a giant. I got plenty of bass that would cull.
A couple times I'd get in a little spot, like in a certain ditch between 2 points, and I'd get a couple bites really quickly, like bang, bang. And that was fun to be able to be in that crowd. You know, there was times when everyone would kind of be catching them, and then there's times that it would slow down. But when you'd find the right little sweet spot, you could sometimes catch a couple in a hurry.
Look at how pretty that one is.
I had about 11 pounds on my first area of the day, and things had really slowed down. The bait fish had disappeared, and the conditions were still perfect. So I went to a place in the mouth of a small creek that had some timber in it where I caught a big one on the last day of practice, and I did not get a bite there on the second day, or on the first day of the tournament. But sometimes just because you don't get a bite there on day one does not mean you can't go catch them there on day two. So I pulled up and saw what I was looking for.
That's what I'm talking about. Sweet. Now I might be getting paid. Number 4 is gone.
You know, I love catching fish on day 1, but to catch a solid bag on day 2 and to have that feeling in your mind that, yeah, you know what, I probably got paid this week, that's such a good feeling. I just love it, and I was glad that this place worked out. You know, it's just because, like I said, just because you don't catch them on day 1 of the tournament doesn't mean you can't go catch them there on day 2, and I'm glad that I had the confidence to go back and check it out again.
Not a bad one there.
This fish right here probably fooled me worse than any of them. I drifted past it and it was like 40 feet behind the boat. So I made a really long cast and actually squared him up perfect, which it's not easy to hit a fish that's out to the side or that's back behind the boat. But I squared him up, I sunk the bait down there like 30 feet and this fish stormed it. And you'll see right here, this fish had me bowed up and I thought it was a big one.
Probably a striper, Brad. Or a spot. Man, I thought that was a big old largemouth. $198, doesn't it? What?
If you guys watched my day 1 video, then you'll recognize this place right here. It's a spot where I caught my last really good one on day 1. I pulled up there again, saw another one sitting very similar by the base of a tree, just like I had on day 1, and threw out there, and again, this was a clutch move to come to this little area.
Alco. Man, I thought he was bigger than that. He's super skinny. Got a broken jaw. But he's a nice one.
Number 7.
Number 7. You wear him out today?
Maybe 13. I'll take it.
Joey Nania, he is your Lake Ouachita champion out of Oklahoma last year in Bassmaster Classic Bound. He started out with 15.9 yesterday, and Joey's got 5 more. 13.6 puts him in the lead, and that's exactly what he has, 13 pounds and 6 ounces. And he is in the lead with a 2-day total of 28.15. Says he got a leopard bass. He does have a leopard bass. Your new leader out of Cropwell, Alabama. All right. Probably not going to be enough to stay in the lead till the end, but is it enough to get you into tomorrow?
I don't think I'll be fishing tomorrow. I'll be driving back home to Alabama with my amazing family. But it was a fun day as far as, you know, at least I had 5 solid fish, and I'm grateful for every bite I got. When you're out there scoping over 80 feet of water and timber, and the fish are like 40 or 50 feet down, and you're trying to time it, you go pretty much cross-eyed when you're looking at them out there, and it was exhausting. So I feel like every fish that I actually saw and placed a cast on its head was a blessing from God. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for, like I said, my family. God's blessed me in a lot of ways, and I just want to give him all the credit and all the glory.
Good job, Joey, this week. We'll see where you end up. He's in first right now.